Hello everyone. In today's lecture we are going to discuss about the SAP, what is SAP and what is the architecture of SAP. So what is actually SAP? It is system application and product. It is a kind of ERP that is very popular these days in the market. So what is SAP? System application and product that is used for data processing. It is basically used to process large amount of data and it also automates all the business activities. SAP is the ERP, that is Enterprise Resource Planning System, that aims to integrate all the different modules of the company. SAP is well known for its Enterprise Resource Management and Data Management program. So this means basically SAP is used for resource management and data management. They are called as a developer for software that manages the business process and customer relation, as ERP just focus on the business process, but SAP focus on two things. First is business processes, second is customer relation. SAP provides software solution to the businesses to automate their process of distribution and logistic indexes of their enterprise. These processes are combined to form a single module, and these modules can interact with different business aspect. So what is the need of SAP? In today's world, there is huge amount of data generated, so there is a need of centralized system that can handle this large amount of data and gives the result at faster speed. SAP has helped the enterprise plan, manage, analyze and deliver the accurate result. SAP that was earlier giving out solutions for business like manufacturing, it has now stepped into the field of cloud computing also, where it developed SAP HANA, that is high performance analytic appliance that uses memory to store the database, and it also helps to process the data and get back with the results to the application layer. By using this technique, it is possible to reduce the time to fetch the data from huge amount of database and then process that data at the application layer. You can see SAP venturing not only into the operations and customer relation, it also helps in the technical fields like big data, cloud and IoT. So how you can develop your career using SAP? SAP uses a programming language that is called as ABAP. ABAP stands for Advanced Business Application Programming. So you have to learn this programming language to operate SAP and to automate your business processes. When and if you are planning about a career with SAP, then there can be three areas in which you can work. First is functional, then ABAP, and then basis. These are the three functional areas in which you can make your career using SAP. So first is ABAP. Develop and change business processes. Advanced Business Application Programming. This is a language that is used by SAP module to develop and change the activities that are involved in the business of an enterprise. Second is functional. It means to know about different modules of the standard business process. Basis. Monitor performance of the system, create and manage user and the authorization, backup of the data, and the development system to other systems and so on. So if you want to develop your career in the SAP, you can work on these three functionalities. First is ABAP, then functional, in which you have to focus more on the standard business process. Third is basis. Now what are the features of SAP? These are the tech giants which make enterprise resource planning software. These provide organization to support for logistic, financial and distribution of their product. It is used to integrate core business activities that are required and performed by using the SAP module. It provides a platform to consolidate every function with full performance. Now here we have comparison of SAP and ERP. How SAP is different from ERP. There can be number of vendors in the market that are selling the ERP. Now SAP is a software company that is selling its ERP, that is called as SAP ERP. ERP are software solution that helps the organization in managing their business activities. SAP is a multinational company that sells the ERP software solution to the business. So we can say that SAP and ERP both are one thing. ERP is a superset of SAP and SAP is a subset of ERP. ERP is a web-based application. It is a centralized system that streamline all the processes. ERP systems are more focused on the growth of organization. So they focus more on business activities of an enterprise. But SAP focus on organizational growth as well as it focus on customer relations also. The examples of ERP systems are NetSuite ERP, Scoro, AC Touch, example, SAP Business Intelligent, SAP Enterprise Buyer Professional, SAP Internet Transaction Server. These are the SAP ERPs that are available for specific purposes. Now we are going to discuss the architecture of SAP. SAP R3 is a three-tier architecture that consists of three layers. Why SAP is called as three-tier architecture? Because it consists of three layers. That three layers are presentation layer, application layer and database layer. Now what is the meaning of R here? R means real-time system. So SAP R/3 means SAP real-time system having three-tier architecture. Now this is the architecture representing the SAP module. So here on the top you can see there is database server that is holding all the database of a particular enterprise. Okay, so all the data regarding the business activities and customer data is stored on the database server. After that, second layer is application layer through which the database server and the user PC communicate. Okay, so application layer is actually the intermediate layer through which it provides the data to the user. This is SAP layered architecture. On the top there is presentation layer, in the middle there is application layer, at the last there is database layer. Yes. Now what is the purpose of presentation layer? It provides graphical screen to the user. That means at the presentation layer users are available and they are sitting on their PC to access the information from the database layer. Okay, so in the database layer there is the information stored. The data is stored at the database layer. So what is the function of database layer? It stores and provides the data that is requested by the user at the presentation layer. So on presentation layer, user can enter the data on the screen and it shows the processed data to the user. Database layer. So application layer here acts as the communication medium between the presentation layer and database layer. So here on the presentation layer, the user enters some data and that data will be processed by the application layer. Okay, and finally it will store at the database layer. Now what is the function of application layer? It processes the data using the application logic. Then it communicates with both the layers. It communicates with presentation layer and it also communicates with the database layer. It reads or writes from the database. Okay, so it transfers the data from presentation layer to the database layer and vice versa. Now here you can see that presentation layer user is entering the data is being processed at application layer and then that data is getting stored at the database layer. After that, data is requested from the database. Okay, so then database layer will provide the data to the application layer and that application layer will provide the data to the user that is present at the presentation layer. So in this way this SAP layered architecture works.